guys? Mr. C's Corner. Mr. C, episode 3. Talking about basketball, sports industry, reviewing Mac Miller circles. Just want to do 180 right now. But here we are. It is what it is. What's up, guys? Episode 3. Thanks for checking me out again. Thanks for the continued support and love. Update on my end. I created a TikTok. So in between episodes, if you want minute-long segments of news going on, make sure to give me a follow. Mr. C's Corner 22. Deuces. Okay, cool. So there's my plug. Going to be talking about the sports industry today and how these sports outlets are handling the situation. And I'm really going to be looking at the NBA and NCAA and their decisions. The NBA suspending and NCAA canceling the basketball season. But what really made me think about this is that, it's March 18th, right? And usually at this point, my heart's broken. My brackets are completely busted. And here I am. Oh, here we are, Mr. C. Of course you make another bad decision. Why'd you pick Duke to win the whole thing when you know Duke's going to always lose in the first opening round? My fault. Sorry. Shout out to Duke fans. My bad. But yeah, so usually my heart's broken in a different kind of way on March 18th in most years. This year, unfortunately, there's no basketball tournament. And that's really affecting, obviously, us as the consumers because we can't make brackets, but also these media outlets that primarily focus on sports for their entertainment. So, like ESPN. Turned on ESPN yesterday, and it was just nonstop NFL free agency. I'm just like, whoa, I don't even know who that guy is. And ESPN's covering it. And this morning it was Tom Brady this, Tom Brady that, Tom Brady the Bucks, Tom Brady this. Unbelievable, like how much ESPN needed something to talk about other than COVID-19. And so now that we have our media outlet talking about that, us as consumers, though, we're still in that mindset, yeah, it's basketball season. It's like we have this empty feeling in our gut and our heart of who's the champion this year. Well, NCAA made that decision, no champion, cancel the season. NBA said, oh, hold on, not canceling. We're going to suspend for a later date. So today, the EQ for today's lesson is, what's the difference between suspension and cancellation? What's that in your mindset? And I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on that. So for me, I'm going to start with the NBA, then lead all the way up until the NCAA. So for me, good news by Mac Miller right now. For me, the NBA suspending. Suspension to me means a delay in activity. So they're delaying basketball games from being played right now, right? I think we all understand that, especially if you follow the sports world. So they're not saying, oh, we're going to end it right now. They're just saying, oh, well, we're going to revisit it at a later point and make a decision once all these other government agencies are making their decisions in regards to this COVID-19. So I think that's smart. Definitely suspensions, definitely a smart move because it eases the mind of us as a consumer, right? So I know that eventually they're going to resume play. They're going to eventually name a champion once all this blows over, or that's a mindset that I have right now because they told me that it's suspended. And also, if you really do think about it, it also eases the minds of sponsors, right? So they know they're going to be able to market their product out there through NBA games, through that NBA channel. It's just also smart in keeping the players in contact and in shape or engaged as well. Many of them are taking to social media to talk about this issue, and many of them are actually being smart and thinking about the lives that are affected, like the people that work in the stadium. Shout out to Zion Williams for being the first one donating money to people that work in at the Pelicans stadium. So I think that's awesome. And I think it's also awesome hearing Donovan Mitchell, person who is infected with COVID-19 or the coronavirus, going out to social media yesterday and telling everybody he's feeling fine, he's not experiencing any symptoms. So shout out to him as well. So now that I covered the NBA part, my question is, besides for players going on social media like Donovan Mitchell, and you see people tweeting out their Instagram posts to interact with fans, right? Because they want to interact with us and tell us what they're doing, how they're feeling. What else? What else can the league do? Let's look at the league. What else can the league do in order to still connect us, the consumer, with the athletes, right? Or us as a consumer with the game? What are some things that the NBA can do? What are some things that these individual athletes can do? Think about it. Comment below with your answer. Now I'm going to talk about, I handled the NBA suspending. Let's talk about the NCAA canceling. Canceled to me, my opinion, my thought, done. Finite. We're going to stop. We're going to stop with the continued play right now. We are not going to continue this upcoming year with anything. So, okay, like I get it. Hard decision to make. Definitely not easy. I mean, I'm thankful I don't have to make that decision. And us as a consumers, I don't think we can be necessarily mad about it. But give us something, right? So, like for me, how I started this whole thing off is brackets. I love filling out brackets. And there's rumors out there that the NCAA was going to give out a mock or a 64 or 72, whatever the teams are, all these playing games. They were going to give the final teams and a bracket, and us as fans, we were going to be able to fill out those brackets just for our own fun, right? No, NCAA decided not even to do that. There's also rumors, though, that they were going to release a 16-team bracket, right? Top 16 teams. I think we roughly know who they are, at least the avid basketball fans. I mean, you could debate team 14, 15, and 16, but you can also debate team 17, 18, and 19. So, it's all about the whole like college football playoff thing too. So you could debate anything, but top 16 teams, they were going to release that. I think that would have been great. But no, they decided not to do that either. So they could have let us as a consumer, as a fans, our imaginations run wild, and we could have had these debates on YouTube or on Twitter or on TikTok, whatever, on all these social media outlets, but they decided not to do that. Now there's this ton of gray area since they have this finite or this ending mindset, and there's all these trickle-down topics that can be discussed, like what's going to happen to the vendors, right? The people that work in the stadium. I didn't hear of anything yet. I mean, there might be something out there now in regards to the relief for those people. But think about the people that make money off of the concessions, right? The people that make money off of parking, the bars, the restaurants that maybe not rely so much on that revenue generated from the tournament, but they definitely need that kind of money to help. And it's part of their boom, I guess, in the beginning part of 2020. Other topics that we could discuss is eligibility. What happens to seniors? What happens to scholarships? So I'm going to have a senior get an extra year of eligibility. Does that mean I have less scholarship money to give out to future prospects? And then sponsorships. How's that going to impact a sponsor? Are they going to be a little bit hesitant now to maybe be a sponsor for NCAA basketball? I don't know. I will be talking about that in tomorrow's episode. Sponsorships in regards to sports marketing, because this is a great segue, because I had a business teacher reach out to me actually and to discuss the impact of sponsorship on sports on the individual athlete level, as well as each league or the entire the entire league, like the NBA, and then we'll look at LeBron James and stuff. So that's what I'm gonna be doing tomorrow, and how the marketing strategies are gonna get impacted with the corona going on still. But yeah, to wrap it all up, we've been listening to Circles by Mac Miller. I'm going to do my last plug. Make sure you follow me on TikTok, Mr. C's Corner 22. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Yeah, and I'm gonna send us off with, I thought about this, hand-me-downs. No, check that. Hands. Because we all gotta wash our hands. R.I.P. Mac Miller. Comment below. Follow TikTok. Let me know. Subscribe, share, all that stuff. R.I.P. Mac Miller. Deuces, Mr. C logging off.